Filter. I like that. How sacred. I love it. Okay, how are you? I'm making tea because we're about to sip some tea, spill some tea. Well, I'm gonna try not to spill my tea because I would like to drink it. Haven't been on live in a minute. Let me tell you something. I haven't been on live with any type of makeup on in a long. Look at my face. You probably can't see it in this filter, but I got a lot of blush on. Like this filter is kind of purple, but my blush is like literally red, like straight up red, and it's like a lot. But you can't see it because this filter is purple. So anyway, I'm cute. And lipstick makes me feel like a badass. It's also hella messy, and both those things are me. Anyway, if you are in the place to be and you are here to hear me fucking talk, get yourself together. I'm having some Earl Grey because I like Earl Grey. She's delicious, fragrant. Okay. Oh, my Lord. Thank God for black lipstick, because if you drink tea and coffee like me, you probably have some stains on your teeth, and it's a little hard to tell when your lips are black. Hello. Anyway, I came on here to clown. Are you ready? So, what I wanted to talk about, I got my rock friends in the corner, as Lady Speech does. If you don't already follow Lady Speech, go ahead and follow her. If you don't already follow Seth Browder, go ahead and follow him. He's amazing. If you don't already follow Rebecca Russo, she is amazing. If you don't already follow the Hype Priestess, follow them. Go ahead and follow Rebecca Russo. Did I say that? Yeah, go ahead and follow them. Biddy Tarot, go ahead and follow them. They're amazing. She has a new spread for the new moon in Virgo, which is tonight. Do that spread if you read tarot, because that is an excellent spread. Ooh, the more loving I get, the more pink and yellow this gets in this filter. Love that. Love that. It makes me so happy. Little things like a delicious hot cup of tea in a really gorgeous container, and black lipstick, and talking about people who have inspired me, and I would even say mentored me in a sense, and directly, whatever. Talking about them fills my heart and it makes me happy. So do something that fills your heart and makes you happy, and don't be afraid to do it and do it wrong. You know, be kind to yourself. If you hear some sizzling in the corner, that is me boiling water for my ritual tonight. I also boil water to drink because it means I get to charge the water with whatever intention I choose to. So we're going to give it a few minutes. So I don't want to get into this reading and my shit is still like boiling, okay? I don't want to contaminate my own supply. So we'll wait. Hold for show. Listen, I've never felt more myself than in this exact look. No bra, way too much jewelry, no eye makeup, just lipstick, a bandana. I literally have a collection of flannels and bandanas because that is the queen I am. And big old hoops. Big old hoops. I actually wanted bigger ones, but I needed to be able to move my head and not break my neck, you know what I'm saying? But neck breaking hoops, beautiful. Mm, mm, mm. All right, I'm gonna wait another minute or so, I don't know. And then we are going to get into the meat and potatoes of this reading. Might pull some tarot for you. I haven't quite decided yet. There are some things I wanted to point out. First of all, this spring is about to be popping. Some of y'all are going through a bit of a dry spell. Haven't really, done the do that you need to do, if you know what I'm saying. Activated your sacral chakra, so to speak. Connected with your root chakra, so to speak, if you know what I'm saying. This spring, there will be a lot of that. It is mating time. A lot will be created and conceived this spring. There are some people who are okay. Let's backpedal a little bit. Skirt. So we have this new moon that is also the second super moon of this year in our like boring calendar, but in the galactic calendar, this is closing up last year and really getting into the meat and potatoes of this year. So it's very exciting. It's a pivotal moment. Hello, what's up to? I have a visitor in the bottom. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. So we're getting into this new moon. A lot of people might be feeling tense, high anxiety today. We are moving into Virgo. We are kind of getting into that, getting our house in order, catering to us feeling comfortable and us feeling satisfied with where we are. Some of us may be feeling on one end of the spectrum, really tense, really unsatisfied, not sure what to do. A lot of us are hung up on being right and being fair. Sometimes you have to be unfair to be right within yourself. There are some things that only exist on extremes, like passion or rage, for example. Those things really exist in an extreme place, and sometimes you have to openly accept that within that which is within you that is a little unbalanced in order to properly form a relationship with that which is harmonious and balanced within yourself. I like to think of balanced energy as a great homeostasis, a great place where, let me pop my lid for a second, or lid my pot, so to speak. I have to cover that water. It's a great place to rest and to recover and to recharge and to receive new information. But if you want to engage or express or to build new things or to collaborate with others, a lot of times you have to come in with a little bit of imbalanced energy. It's okay to be off balance sometimes. That too is sacred. That too is right within yourself. A lot of us are telling ourselves, well, that's wrong. I shouldn't be this. Or I shouldn't do that. And I think what's beautiful about shadow work and working with your shadows is tapping into those things, facing them dead on so that these traumas and these hurts and these shames don't rule you. You are in charge. You can openly acknowledge it, and you give yourself the self-love you need to say, this too is a part of me, and although it is unpleasant, or although this isn't the prettiest or nicest side of what I have to offer, this too is perfection. This too is divine. I think that's more harmonious than just kind of staying on the even and steady and playing it safe. So if you're in that weird, like, uneasy energy right now, just go ahead and ride that wave and cut yourself some major slack, because it's okay. It's okay to be wrong. I felt the need to say that today. I got my protective energy. I've got my peace, prosperity, and fertility. Listen, my energy is mine. No energy vampires are about to tap in and steal from me. Okay, thank you, Jesus. And yes, I believe in Jesus. Gotcha. Okay. So that's going to happen. This moon is going to come in, really shift things. We've been in this retrograde. Things have been a little foggy, lots of mixed signals, but also for retrograde, for some people that are typically in a very low vibrational stance, it's been really great because it reverses that and you feel this little spark and this little peak. And now you can kind of start to feel yourself coming back down. So if you're slipping back down into that place, be patient with yourself, give that energy a place to go and a place to express. You don't want to bottle that up. You want to go ahead and give it a pathway so you can channel that effectively and so that it doesn't rot and ferment inside of you. So if you're feeling sad or if you need to cry today, go ahead and let it out so that you don't freak out on your people at work or your people in your friend circle later, because nobody asked you for that. Release that which no longer serves you, okay? And like wholeheartedly release that which no longer serves you, because after this, we're going to go into a bit of a shadow period where we're kind of picking up the mess from last week. And we're going to have to do that bravely and courageously and open-heartedly. So you might notice all those vivid dreams you were having, or all those like weird messages you're having, they might change, or you might see them less, or you might see them more, but there will be a shift and you'll be like, okay, this information is different. This information I don't understand. What do I do with that? I would say take it, let it live, let it have its moment, and then release it. A lot of catching and releasing for the next week, because after that, the bees will be buzzing and the birds will be chirping, okay? And you need to be on your best level of self in order to encounter that. This is a great time to really think about what inspires you and what you want to create and what you want to see fulfilled in your life, and to be patient with how it's going to happen, knowing that those ideas can change and you don't know how it's going to manifest itself in your life. So really get in your journal, get in your own space, and develop a sense of community within yourself and within the company you keep in your home. So whatever energies and whatever life forms you support in your home, be it your plants, your animals, your roommates, get a sense of community with that. And I don't mean getting in their space and y'all talking and you draining the hell out of yourself. I mean just kind of within yourself, getting in tune with how you feel about that and how it relates to you, and really checking in. This is a great time to do that. And then when we're done going through this sort of dark hallway, as I like to call it, that week when we're like climbing out of shadow, don't forget that dreams, all those dreams you packed in your luggage, you packed them away, you put them in your pocket. A lot of us are struggling to be truthful with ourselves and with the people around us. If there's something inside of you that you are shameful of or fearful of, you're running out of time. You're running out of time to lie. I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. If you are secretly desiring something or having dreams and premonitions about something and you're keeping it inside, go ahead and accept it, because in the spring, and the spring is coming early this year, it is about to just explode. Lots of things will be flowering, blossoming, and blooming, literally and figuratively. So now that you've got this little hallway, this little medium limbo space to step into that, in the meantime, you're going to have to let it have a place to go, because if you don't accept it now, it's going to be harder to accept later. And that's just general. That could apply to anything. Let's get into the cards. I know a lot of you are here specifically for that, because you like having something in front of you that you can see and that you can acknowledge, which I get it. We all feel that way. So let's see. I got to set up my station. We have Sassy in the place to be. We have, yes, that is the name of this deck of cards. I named her because she wanted a name. Let me get my situation set up. I should have done this before starting the live, but I did not, because sometimes I make mistakes. Hi, how are you? I really don't like to put my bags on the ground. I feel like it's not really good courtesy and good form. I'm gonna cast a net with my selenite wand. This is she. Say hello. I literally do it like a lasso, because that is how I operate. Some people do this with salt. I like to work with light energy. So I'm holding this to my heart, by the way. That is how I do that. There are not a lot of you online, which is great. It's an easier read for me. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all. That none of you want to hear it. I might post this to YouTube later. I haven't been on YouTube in some time, and that sucks, right? Let me move this broom out of the way. Actually, let me sweep some of that. For me, cleaning and sweeping is like a spiritual habit and experience. It's not just hygiene and things like that. It's like really important. So that's why I do what I do the way I do. Okay, we on the floor. We getting connected to the earth. We getting grounded up in here. Okay. Wow, I have a hole in my pants. Just get over that. If you don't like that, here's what we'll do. Receiving side out. Giving side here. Okay. Got our selenite. My lovely citrine. And I don't remember the name of the stone. If you know what it is, let me know. This feels really grounding. So these two things live with my Osho Zen deck. This one and my wand lives with my Sassy deck by Biddy Tarot. Go ahead and check them out on Instagram. I know I've said that a million times, but you really need to. And I have two different bags that I keep them in. If you want to see their houses where they live. They love, these two decks love vintage accessories. That's the house that they like. So I've got this bad boy. She's lovely. That I got from, actually my mother got this from a thrift shop. We used to thrift together. She is in the astral plane right now. She is departed, but I like to think that we are still very close. And this is one of many purses she had, with all this like beautiful glass beading. The label is like dated. Everything is dated super old. Ooh, hear that squeak. This is vintage and very delicate. I don't really know what era this is from. This is probably not that old, but I really liked that shiny, like, patent kind of look. And I also liked the purple for my purple deck, and they seem to really get along. Also liked the hardware on this. This is, I believe, one of my bags, and this is my daily deck. So this is for my practice, and every now and then I'll pull it out for the collective, but this is really for me. Osho is super, this deck over here is super sensitive. So this one loves guests, loves friends, very social. This is a social deck. This one's more clarifying, a little more darker and deeper for my own personal practice. What's up? We have another visitor at the bottom. How are you? Hey, it's good to see you. All right, let's get into it, because I know a lot of you are here for the cards. Although, what I said what I said about the springtime. Get ready. And I said what I said about those shadows. So if some of y'all need to cry, yell, have a little confrontation, and you're feeling guilty about it, you're avoiding it because you don't want the foolishness, listen, you're running out of time. Go ahead and do that spring cleaning. Think of it as an energetic purge. Think about it as you're the garden. This is your soil, and you're having to tend to those things before planting new things, before seeing those seeds grow. And seeds are planted in the dark, honey. So I don't know why I feel the need to say that, but somebody needs to hear this today. If you need to go ahead and have that little confrontation, have that hard conversation, even if that conversation is with yourself, but don't just use that as a crutch to not talk to whoever you need to talk to get this done. Go ahead and do that this week. Because this week and the next week is like that window where you get to do these things, okay? And then after that, we're gonna be on a bit of a climb. But before that, we're gonna like slowly take that ramp down. Because some of y'all during the retrograde were feeling really great, and that's amazing. I felt great. I always kind of like a retrograde because it's a shift in perspective for me, and it's a good time to like flush and to kind of step away from technology and, you know, really get into myself. And lately, I've been really feeding my Atman and my human spirit, my human man. So yeah, it's been great for me. So I know that coming ahead, there might be some days, right? You know, or there might be some extreme, like rageful high moments. Embrace those things. A lot of us who have been feeling really in a balance are going to be taken a little out of balance, and just embrace it, because you will come back. You will come right back to where you need to be. Do not feel like you being knocked off balance is a no-no, because sometimes, like I said, like I've been saying this whole video, that's going to be needed for for what is going on. So let's get into it. All right, Sassy, what does the collective need to hear? This is the last part of the video. Once I get into the cards, you know we're almost done. So what does the collective need to hear? Woo! In order for us to, one, get through this reshift, and to get into what's happening this spring. Because the spring I'm excited for, but it's not happening right away. Ooh, okay. And then, all right, Osho, I know how much you like visitors. Say hi. I literally can feel that so much in this hand, my receiving hand. Ooh, wow. Somebody didn't sleep well last night. Somebody's going through it. And these cards are just coming out, which is great. That means the message is already on board. Wow, we are on fire. Okay. I didn't even have to shuffle like that. Thank you. Thank you. See, this one loves guests. Back of the deck energy, creativity. Literally this morning, I talked to a handful of people that are either booking up for their projects, their creative projects, and they're getting their house in order and they're getting their teams together to go ahead and start those things. They're either in the midst of journaling or planning, or they're painting or building something. Everyone I connected to this morning, whether it was via text, email, phone call, is in a creative space. And I pulled this for myself a few days ago. So I've been manifesting so much abundance in my life and so much richness. And this idea of seeing my seeds grow and seeing stuff that I've been waiting for come to fruition. It's already manifested self-evident in my life. I don't know if that's happening to you. You could be the blockage, like I said, not accepting those not so pleasant parts of what you have going on could be standing in the way of you receiving this. But this is the back of the deck energy. This is good news. Look how beautiful this card is. Look at that. We're stepping into that wholeness. Look, the moon is here. We've got some flowering. You know, things are a little foggy and blurry, but we're cultivating those new ideas and they're coming out of those shadows, and there's light, embracing that light, embracing that livelihood. I talk about light work and I talk about healing and I talk about working with energy a lot. And I like to think of it as your life force, and it's quite scientific. Like, of course, I'm coming on to here a more spiritual platform, but a lot of my practice has a grounding and a very physical cardinal component to it. When you think about the atoms we're made out of and what composes of us and how we relate to that which is throughout the entire universe, you know, as Neil deGrasse Tyson says it, at the end of the day, we're all stardust. So stars and the way light moves and shifts through space, you're going to be hard pressed to see something that moves faster than light. And as Martha Graham has said, one of modern dance pioneers that I look up to and that I've studied throughout my teachings and my scholarly background, shout out to Columbia College, movement doesn't lie. So movement, waves and frequencies, those are physical patterns, and those are cardinal realm or physical things you can touch, evidence of how energy moves. And because frequencies are just energy, and we all possess and exchange energy in order to make things happen with our matter. That is a science. That is not just me being all woo and spiritual. That is just the basics of those facts. But on a spiritual level, honey, we're not. Okay, that's a different video for a different day. Let's get into this deck. We pulled some lovely cards. We got 4 of Pentacles in reverse. We got 10 of Cups upright. We have the Star card. That's my card, y'all. And we got King of Pentacles in reverse. Did we get 10 of Cups upright and I just put it? It was in reverse and I put it upright. Look at me affirming you, not meaning to. Okay, so we have that on this end. I'm gonna see if I can tilt the camera so you can see this a little further. What can I do? Maybe I can prop you up with this grounding stone. Ooh, this is not helping. You know what? You're just gonna have to take my word for it. I'm gonna show you the spread in a minute. So this is what we have in the building. A lot of us are relearning and rearranging our relationship with money right now, and denying the truth that we know. You know, if you are choosing a paycheck over your own health and well-being, you need to reevaluate that right now, because she keep popping out and I'm tired of seeing her. Yeah, and because these are like heavy signs of abundance. It's coming. The thing you're stressing about, the problem you're trying to solve with $1, it's going to be solved. Don't lose hope, because anytime you see the Star card in reverse, we're talking about a loss of hope, a loss of energy. You want to hope, but you're afraid to hope because the evidence just isn't there. But I mean, maybe you're just not seeing it. Open your eyes. I don't know what to tell you. Listen, as soon as I made a decision to stop letting money be in charge of my life, I became so much more accounted for and like abundant in my life. I have a household that I love and I am appreciative of and I'm proud of, and I try to be a good steward and I take care of it. I'm not beholden to anyone. I'm always fed, I'm always sheltered, and I always have a safe, free from the elemental barriers, free from the elemental stresses, place to rest. I'm never resting outside. So I'm not a starving homeless artist. I am able to create and I'm able to sustain. And that was something I really dove into in my life and in my path and my journey as soon as I stopped being a slave to the dollar, because currency is energy, and how we exchange things to gain things is important. And if you are selling yourself and, you know, if you're giving more than you are gaining, that's an imbalance you really need to address. I'm not here to call you out and make you feel demonized or feel evil or wrong for that, but I think it's really important that we understand that everything we're meant to have, this fertility, this spring that we're about to step into, some of us can't see that path ahead because we've chosen to cover our eyes, and we've chosen to say that I don't know how this is going to work for me because look at this and look at that and look at this, but it's coming whether you like it or not. Just accept it. Learn to accept those gifts. That's something I'm learning in my daily life. I'm learning to be hopeful and to step into who I am, you know, and I'm letting myself shine and I'm letting myself be the freak that I am, because we're all a little freakish. We're all a little weird. Just go ahead and accept it and choose yourself first. I know that money is important in this lifetime and in this environment that we're in. But if you find yourself making compromises in your morality and in your safety in the name of a dollar, really backpedal, really check in with yourself and be like, okay, will this be worth it if I'm not alive? Will this be worth it if I'm not safe? You know, am I honoring what I've been given? Am I being grateful? Am I being appreciative for all that has been sowed onto me and bestowed upon my life? You know, how can I accept new gifts if I'm not even a good steward of the fruit I've already, you know, bared for myself? Is bared a word? I don't know. All right, Osho, it's your turn. Got isolation. We have flowering. If I talk about things blossoming and blooming and get the flower card one more time, how sensitive did I say this deck of cards was? I love this. We have suppression reverse, we have receptivity, and we have politics. I love this card because this talks about lying to yourself and not accepting the truth that you know. I just said this. Listen, you can say I'm bullshit and this isn't real all you want. I'm just using the cards as a tool. At the end of the day, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I really don't need the cards to be here, but I like pulling them out because a lot of y'all request to see it, so you reaffirm what I say. Get out of that box you put yourself in. Because, like I said, you're going to have to release some of that bondage. There's going to be a lot of stuff you're going to have to release. We got suppression. And we have, I'm going to go ahead and flip these up so you can see them. Okay? And if you need to cry, go ahead and cry. Go ahead and let it out. Okay? And release some of those ties. Cut some of those cords. Some of y'all are doing some cord cutting things tonight with the full moon. That's beautiful. That's amazing. But you really have to commit to that. Don't halfway cut nothing off. Release that which no longer serves you and stop lying to yourself. We have the politics card right here with the snake and the man and the mask. Everybody wants to be the good guy. But if you need to be ugly to be who you are, to handle your shit and to move on, you better be ugly and handle your shit. See, I don't even know if I can put this on YouTube now because I'm cursing too much. But we're here in the place to be. Hi, how are you? On the other side of that, as soon as you start receiving those messages and up-leveling yourself and getting connected with the truth that you know and embracing that light that is within you, because your darkness is also a part of your light. You need to have both. Can we see the stars in the middle of the day? No, we cannot, except for the morning star. But we're not going to talk about that on here because we might make some people upset. Although that goes against what I just preached about. So maybe we should talk about it. Anyway, this is what's coming ahead in the spring. This is what we have to look forward to. This flowering, this contentment. Look at that. This bitch isn't working. She isn't out here putting herself in danger or in trouble to receive all that she has cultivated. This person is celebrating her duality. We've got dark and light. We have both these things coming to harmony, you know, and it's fruitful. Look at all these blossoms. Look at all this color. Look at her connecting deep with her emotions with this water and with air, you know. Your water signs know. We all know that Water sign culture is crying on your birthday, okay? So receive that healing information, release that which no longer serves you, and really connect so that you can get to this place where you're able to reap your rewards. And when you get those rewards, acknowledge them and embrace them and appreciate them. Because if you are not showing ample appreciation for that which you have already been given, you can't even get to this spot. And if you're not honoring that which is deep within you, if you're not being honest with yourself, you're not going to get there, and you need to get there. In order to receive, you also need to release. These pathways aren't just going out, they're coming in. It's got some, look at this. This is why I love this deck, because you can really see it in the pictures. We have some stuff coming in, we have some stuff coming out. We got some free nipples. Everybody loves that. We've got some stars. Be hopeful. Believe in yourself. A lot of y'all out here, everybody calling themselves an atheist, and that's beautiful. Do your thing. Embrace the titles you want to embrace. It's fine if you don't believe in anything, but kind of believe in yourself. Give yourself a chance. If you don't want to believe in anything else outside of you, that's fine. I'm not here to tell you to do that. I'm not pushing my beliefs on you, but you better damn well believe in yourself, because what we're about to go through in this next week, we need it to happen. We have to embrace that. For some of us, it's going to be a wild ride, and it's going to be fun, and it's going to be amazing. And for some people, it's going to be really difficult. But on the other side of that is some amazing shit, and some crazy breakthroughs. And breakthroughs aren't pretty. You might feel alone in this. You might feel isolated. You might need to cry. You might feel overwhelmed. This is a very overwhelming image. This is very off balance. There's no color. It's a lot of light. It almost looks like hot. You ever see something so hot that it's like white? Like it's not just burning red, it's like burning white. I don't know if you know anyone who does work with metals, but that's what I get here. And the tears almost look like fire. It's painful, but it's a release. And look at those tears. They almost look like fire. It's hard to tell in this filter because there's a lot of cool tones on this filter, but now, there we go. As soon as I made a complaint, I got more yellow. But yeah. Tap into that. I hope you guys are doing okay. I'm going to go ahead and close this door and push you guys away, push you out of my energy, close the circle. I hope you're doing okay. Drink water. I'm going to drink some water after this real soon. Actually, let me go ahead and grab it so I can show you. Practice what you preach, okay? Bam! If you see me drinking out of this vessel, this water has a purpose. It's not just water. It's enchanted. Go ahead and do your stretches and drink your water. I'm really excited for what's to come. A lot of y'all need to hear that. Some of you, this may not resonate with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, then great, move on. If you benefit from my content, if you would like to hear more of these things, or maybe you never want to hear it again, but if you are here and you've made it to this point in the video, make sure to check me out on Instagram at @RakeIsRandom or on YouTube at @RakeIsRandom. You can support me via Cash App and Venmo at @RakeIsRandom. You can also connect with me via PayPal, letsingerreka@gmail.com. That's letsingerreka@gmail.com. You can also purchase an individual reading with me at fiverr.com. That's fiverr.com/RakeIsRandom. I have a select menu of packages you can order from there, or you can DM me or message me at 706-750-8358 for some personal insight and information. I do appreciate those who support me so that I can further support them. So if you benefit from this content, or if you want to get more information, you want to further investigate anything I've talked about, or if you just want to confide in me, feel free to reach out to me. I'm not here to steal your money. So many times I'm communicating and I'm helping people out of the kindness of my heart. It's always out of the kindness of my heart, whether it's a business exchange or not. I ask that you support me so that I can further support you. Have a blessed day. Take care of yourself. Enjoy your Monday. I actually really like Mondays, and Tuesdays are lit. So yeah, that's all I have to say. enjoy my makeup because you know I don't be coming on here with makeup on. I like to do my readings in my bathrobe. Y'all know. Y'all who been here from the beginning, y'all know. So you're welcome. Love you. See you later.